Hello, it's Brick Bros UK with the LEGO Star Wars First Order Transport Speeder Battle Pack 75166, which is one of two battle packs releasing in this summer wave, and it costs £11.99p, $15.99 and €16.99, and in Australia it's $22.99. It also looks like a good army builder set because you get a variety of First Order minifigures who are zooming into combat on a transport speeder on the box graphic. Then at the back there's more images showing off the play features. So now let's go ahead and open the box to get it all built. And here it is. Now it took us 7 minutes to build, and it consists of 117 pieces that mostly make up the sole build, this grey transport speeder, which looks a bit like a vehicle we'd create as a battle pack alternative build, so it's nice to see LEGO using our ideas at last. But of course it's all about the 4 minifigures, which include a First Order Flametrooper, 2 regular First Order Stormtroopers, as well as a First Order Officer, so like we said at the beginning, it's a great variety of First Order minifigures, plus a big improvement from the previous First Order battle pack, which is good to see, especially if you're looking to upgrade your army just before The Last Jedi comes out. So let's start by getting a closer look at the minifigures. And first up, it's the 2 First Order Stormtroopers that minifigure wise are not new because they're the same as other standard First Order Stormtroopers we've got before in the Battle on Takodana set and First Order battle pack, so have the same armor printing with cool unique helmets. But the main talking point is their equipment, because they each get a Z6 riot control baton, which is the same brick built weapon that came in the Battle on Takodana set, except it now has a trans light blue stud for its electric, which is a good improvement. But it gets better because LEGO have listened to the fans for once and given each trooper a new and exclusive white shield to go with the batons, that design wise each have an accurate shape and accurate size to the shield that appears in The Force Awakens. Plus we like the shield's printed viewing window at the top with the 4 studs that you could use for customization. Then for ranged combat, both of the troopers still get a stud shooter, so it's nice to have a weapons choice. And underneath their helmets they still have the angry clone heads. So overall, army builders should be pleased to be able to get 2 identical First Order Stormtroopers together in a battle pack. But what pleases us most is the inclusion of the new shield and improved baton that turns these troopers into something new for play. Next up is the First Order Flametrooper, that's the same minifigure we've previously seen in the First Order Transporter and Resistance X-Wing fighter sets, so it has no new improvements. But like us, many of you probably won't mind this because it's great to finally be able to get the minifigure in a smaller set. And like the other Flametroopers, this minifigure has good armor printing on his torso and legs and wears his unique Flametrooper helmet that always looks good with the narrow visor. Then for weaponry, of course, the trooper carries a flamethrower that's just a large blaster with a firepiece at the end, and at the back he has a simple brick-built fuel tank backpack that's attached by a neck bracket. And like the First Order Stormtroopers, the Flametrooper still has an angry clone head. So overall we still love the First Order Flametrooper like in previous sets because of his unique look and cool weapon, but it's great more fans will be able to enjoy one now it's in this battle pack. And last up is the First Order Officer, who unlike the others is new and exclusive because he breaks tradition from previous officer minifigures by wearing a dark blue uniform that's a nice change from grey or black. Plus it's the same uniform worn by officers in the Starkiller base control room. Now we like the simple design of the minifigure's uniform that has plain dark blue legs with belt and jacket lines printed on the torso, which as you can see also has black hands for officers' gloves. And for a weapon, like the others, he gets a stud shooter but with an added back handle, but it is a shame they couldn't have given this guy a small blaster pistol because it would have suited his officer look. Then at the back there's more printing on the torso, and on his head the officer wears one of those unique First Order officer caps that's now dark blue in colour and has a First Order insignia on the front with black visor, which all combines well to nicely add to its black and dark blue uniform. And finally, for his headpiece they decided to choose this stern wrinkle lines face head that's from a Resistance Trooper in the Resistance Trooper battle pack, so it's good to see a different head for an officer, or maybe it's a Resistance Trooper who's undercover. And overall we think it's a real bonus to be able to get the first dark blue uniform First Order officer in this battle pack because he will add variety to your higher ranks, and we'd love to see more in future sets. Moving on, it's time to check out the Transport Speeder, which isn't a bad creation considering the set's piece count, plus it's nice to see LEGO attempting to make another vehicle for a battle pack that can carry more than one minifigure. So as you can see, it's mainly grey and dark grey in colour, and at the front it's got two angled windshield pieces clipped on to protect the driver, which you can adjust up and down in play. Then on the sides of the cockpit it has grey armoured plates with red lights, as well as stud shooters low down for firepower, which you can fire off when you speed around. Now looking up into the cockpit, it's got a solid design with grille pieces on the sides adding texture, with a printed control panel at the front for the driver, which is where the officer can sit ready for action. And behind the cockpit there's quite a few handy weapons clips built into the speeder's brick construction that are useful for storing the riot control batons, shield and spare stud shooters when your troopers aren't using them, plus the shields provide extra armour for the sides. Then coming round to the back, below the clips on each side are two small round grey engines that have trans light blue studs built into them for thruster power, which is a nice touch. And finally, like we said at the beginning, there's a seat for one of the troopers at the back, and they can attach their stud shooter to this clip on the bottom to turn the speeder into a rear facing cannon position, which might come in handy when the vehicle's speeding away. Then on the underside you can see that the transport speeder just has a flat base to help it slide in play or be displayed, but we do feel some slider plates would have aided it here. So overall we like this transport speeder's build, not as a display model but as a play vehicle, because it has lots of firepower, room for two minifigures and lots of clips for all the accessories and weapons, so it works well with the Battle Pack's minifigures. However, on the downside we do feel 4 seats could have made it perfect, but it's only a minor issue. On a final note, the First Order Transport Speeder Battle Pack is a very useful army builder set, especially if you're looking to get a lot of different First Order minifigures for a great price, which is why Brick Bros UK is giving the set a brick rating of 4.5 out of 5 bricks. Because we like the minifigure selection of 2 First Order Stormtroopers, a new and exclusive Officer and Flametrooper, which is a great addition to this small set. But what makes this Battle Pack stand out from the last First Order Battle Pack is the new accessories like the dark blue Officer cap, shields and upgraded batons that change up the standard troopers nicely for battle, and for the build the transport speeder suits the minifigures for play, which to be honest is what we like to see from battle pack builds. So if you have plans to expand or improve your First Order army, this set will definitely help you out with that task, and we'd highly recommend it. Hope you enjoyed a Brick Bros UK LEGO set review, and don't forget to check out the Brick Bros UK channel for more LEGO reviews, and like, comment and subscribe to Brick Bros UK.